Hey everybody, it's Benny One, and I'm back at you with another movie review series, everybody, and we're going to review the Superman movie franchise. I'm going to rewatch them, I'm going to review them all, and then I'm going to rank the bad boys, everybody. And I posted a poll on the community tab on my channel about a week ago, and I had 5 different movies. I'll have the picture right there for you. And the Superman franchise ended up winning, and I want to thank everybody for voting, because I'm going to do this. I'm going to continue doing this and let you guys kind of choose and pick what movie franchises I'm going to review and rank and all this kind of stuff. I just think it's a fun way to get everybody involved a little. So, but we're kicking this one off with Superman, the movie, everybody. That's right, 1978's first superhero, big blockbuster superhero movie, man. This was the first big blockbuster superhero movie, because there were like superhero movies before this, but like this was the one that got the big Hollywood treatment, like full-blown money, script. I mean, they got Mario Puzo, for Christ's sakes, to write the first draft of this movie, which the guy that did The Godfather, he wrote The Godfather. So they wanted to do something special with this movie. And it was directed by Richard Donner. Rest in peace. I love Richard Donner. You may know him for a few other movies besides this one. Lethal Weapon, The Goonies. He also directed the second Superman movie mostly, and he did get his director's cut released, and they let him work on and finish and put together in 2006, which I think is awesome that Warner Brothers did that. Like, so Zack Snyder, before Zack Snyder got the Snyder cut, Richard Donner got his cut too. So, great director. And then, of course, the cast in this movie. Amazing cast. You got Christopher Reeves, who was cast to play Superman and Clark Kent, a very unknown actor at the time. Very unknown actor, and he was perfectly cast. I still think today that he is really the only actor that has nailed this character, whether it was Superman and Clark Kent. I really think he's the only one that could be that goofy, bumbling, stumbling, idiotic, shy Clark Kent that drops shit, he falls, he trips. He just seems like he could not be Superman. Like, he slouches with his shoulders. He just looks nerdy, like, and then when Superman comes out, that slouch and everything in his posture, it completely changes, and he turns into Superman. Like, he literally is the only actor to do this fully from the comic books, and this is Superman from the comic books. Like, he looks like Superman from the comic books. And then they even kind of made him look more like Christopher Reeves in the comic books after this movie came out. It was great. The costume was great. It was simple and basic for the times, but it was really what would work with this movie when it came out in 1978. And the costume looked fantastic. It was the classic Superman costume with the shorter cape, the red tights, the yellow belt, the nice size symbol on the chest. It was perfect. Christopher Reeves was amazing in this movie. He was just a great Superman. He really was. And then you also have Marlon Brando. The great Marlon Brando got cast as his dad, Jor-El, everybody. Amazing Jor-El. Fantastic person to bring. That's the thing, is they brought a few like legendary actors into this movie to help it out and boast it a little bit. So he was great as Jor-El. And then we have Margot Kidder playing Lois Lane, and she is a great Lois Lane. I think the Lois Lane from Smallville is probably the closest iteration of Lois Lane that we have gotten to her. I think the new Lois Lane that has been in the Arrowverse and now is in the Superman and Lois show, I think she's pretty similar to both of them, but she's great as Lois Lane, and her and Christopher Reeves have great on-screen chemistry together. Awesome stuff. And then Gene Hackman, everybody, plays Lex Luthor. And this is the classic version of Lex Luthor from back in the comics when this movie came out. This is not like the modern era version of Lex Luthor. This is the Lex Luthor that's kind of quirky and funny and sinister at the same time. And he just wants land. He wants to buy land. He wants to screw everybody. He wants to kill people for land. He's just simple. It's just the classic Lex Luthor. It's not the Lex Luthor that we know today, which is vastly different than this iteration of Lex Luthor. But Gene Hackman is great as this version of Lex Luthor. So, and this movie, literally, their tagline for this movie was, "You will believe a man can fly." Because they did not have CGI special effects back when this movie was made. This was all done with wire work and everything, and fans, like in front of Christopher Reeves while he's flying, making that cape, flapping and shit. And you know what? It came out over 40 years ago, but it actually still, like today, does not look too shabby. Like, it really doesn't. There are things about the movie as far as like the story and stuff and the type of comic book movie it was made, because it was made in the freaking 70s. Like, they don't hold up today, but still, if you look at it from the era that it came from, it's amazing. And I think the flying stuff it still looks pretty good for it being all real and no digital effects. Like, I think it looked pretty damn good still, even rewatching it again. Because this is a movie I've seen, I bet I've seen this movie over 100 times in my entire life. Like, it's just a fantastic movie. You get the freaking introduction of Superman. Like, you get his origin story, everything in this movie. They introduce Zod in this movie and set him up for the villain to be in the second movie. And he's only in the very beginning. Like, awesome writing. Like, seriously. You get to see Krypton. You get to see it blow up. You get to see him go to Earth. You get a little Smallville stuff in there when he's a kid and when he's in high school. You get to see Pa Kent pass away. Like, all of this, just the origin story of Superman. And it's in 2-hour movie, and they do such a good job with the story in this movie. It was just done so well. And then you got to talk about the legendary John Williams score and music that he did for this movie. Oh my God. And I mean, before this, he did Star Wars and Jaws, and then he had this thing come out. Like, this is one of the most iconic movie scores and theme songs for a freaking superhero movie. Easily. The Superman theme song that John Williams did is still just beautiful. Beautiful. This is just an amazing comic book movie. Like I said, there are things in the movie that don't really hold up today, but you gotta look, this movie was made in a different era. It was supposed to represent that golden age of Superman. That's what this was. That's what Christopher Reeve's Superman was. He's the golden age Superman in the comic books. He's that one that stands up for truth and justice, and he's the light that shines bright for hope and everything in the American way and all of that shit. He's the Boy Scout. Like, that's what the golden age of Superman was. Like, Superman's different now in the comic books, and that's okay. That's what's awesome about comic book movies, is we have all of these different eras of these characters that we kind of have been getting representations of, especially with the DC characters, some of them at least. So, but this was just a fantastic friggin' movie. And to start off this Superman comic book movie franchise, it was a bang, man. They did a great job with this movie. So I'm going to give Superman the movie a 10 out of 10. It's a fantastic movie. It's just great. I really think it's a 10 out of 10. So I hope you guys enjoyed that review. I thank you for watching, and be catching you on the tube later, because I have spoken.